Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Jayco Eagle 31MB fifth wheel. You guys have picked a really cool unit here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Try to stay out of the wind. It's real windy out here today. First thing I want you to take into consideration when parking is your slides. You got this slide on your campsite. And a couple slides on your off campsite. So park accordingly so those can come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of them, and leave yourself walking room on both sides past your slides. Then I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power and your docking stations just behind the front on your off campsite or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Once you arrive, we're unhooking our hitch, auto leveling system. Simply hold them both in to turn it on. See your green light come on. Hitch height, bring it up and down to unhook your hitch. Hitch man will go that in depth with you. Once you're all unhooked, you would just hit auto level. Auto level is going to bring on down all your auto leveling jacks and get your unit nice and level. Normally your slides would be in at this point, arriving at the campsite. Once you get unit level, we can hook up our power. They got 50 amp service here. The way these new ones go on, they go in at an angle and then twist to the right and then lock on with your black washer. A lot of campsites are 30 amps, so in your convenience pack you get this dog bone, bring you from 50 down to 30 amp. And should you ever need to plug in a home, a 30 to 110 adapter. Just run appliances accordingly when running off 110. Got our power hooked up, let's hook our water up. City water connection. Jayco made it real easy here. Come down here to city water. Point them in the opposite directions. They are pointed in the opposite directions. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in your unit over here. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up your hose, but don't turn our water on yet. Just to the right of your docking station is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point here is making sure, I'll show you, the whole door comes off here. And make sure our drain plug's back in. Recommend plumber's tape, not putty. Get that in there nice and tight. You may have left it out from last time you were camping. Drain your hot water heater. So get that in there nice and tight, then you can turn on your hose. Now if your hose has been on for a while, you're gonna come up to this pressure release valve. You're gonna pull on that till you see some water flowing out. Go inside, open up your hot water tap. Water won't be hot yet, but when water comes out of there, you know your hot water heater is full and you can turn it on from inside. You have an on-off electric element down here, set to off. The only time you ever want to turn this on here is if you're running off 110. Turn it on here as well as indoors. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. Look out here, these may be bubbled up. Just press them back in, they are a reset. Some other instructions on the back of your door here. That's your city water connect. Let's say we're going dry docking. Taking this big thing out dry docking, we're gonna come in here and set it to dry camp. Simply point your green handle down, blue to the right. Now fill up here in the same spot. One way to tell when this is full is go inside and press your city or your fresh water button to tell when this tank is full. Just remember, When you're using potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Two places. One here. See that light come on, your water pump's on, or indoors. Got our water hooked up. Other instructions there for sanitizing, tank fill, winterizing. Got our water hooked up, power hooked up. We're all set to camp. Let me walk you around the unit and show you a few other things. I'll start here on your off-camp side. Here's your propane with a regulator. Simply point this toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. And here we have your pass-through storage with your battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when we talk about your carbon monoxide detector. In your docking station, a spray port. Prepped for solar. You can hook up a solar panel right here and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Hot water heater bypass valve. Your water pump. Black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Cable and auxiliary hookups. Your levers for water hookups. There's your sanitized winterized side. This is your black tank flush and this is your city water connect. There's our handles to pull. You have this spray handle. Another connection on the other side. You can put the spray port and an area to run all your hoses down through. Your power and hot water heater. Low point drain right there. This is access to the back of your fridge. That is a vent for your microwave. Your other low point drain right there, that's for potable water. Your ladder for going up and checking your seams. Caulk as needed. Your unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. Device you purchased from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Give you a backup camera for the unit. Your storage. Accessory hitch. On your wipers, to add longevity to the life of your wipers, you want to keep these pliable. They do have a fluid that you can apply to spray onto those. Recommended. Coming over to your campsite, we'll run your awning out here shortly. Actually, it's a little windy, I won't run it out. You only want to run that out until the flap falls down to 90 degrees, then you know you're out far enough. Over here is a light. Lights up underneath your steps for night. Your outdoor speakers. Your grilling area, you got lights here. Furion sells a Bluetooth speaker. I think there's another one of these indoors that attaches to those. 110. Storage. This is a quick connect LP. Nope. That is for a griddle that can sit out here, and there's your quick connect LP. Another one in there. No, this is your spray port. That blue hose can connect to. Another outdoor speaker. And then your pass-through storage. This is prepped for a TV out here. 110 satellite hookup. There's your holder for your grill. That sits right inside that area there. And a manual override crank, bringing down your spare tire. Your other propane tank in here. And your mechanisms for your leveling system. In here, big storage area is also your battery. Check your terminals now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. About covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look inside your unit. Just coming inside, first thing I like to point out to everyone is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming immediately in the door, you'll see a few of these throughout the unit. Just a little device that allows the furnace to work better. It's a temperature reader. All of your lighting. Coming immediately inside the unit, your cabinets, and down here your J command system. Start by touching this to turn it on. There's your tanks. If you want to turn on your water pump here, your electric heater, select will run you through the menu. Your slides and awnings You can extend or retract from here. We'll do that when leaving the campsite. You can turn on your AC here. Let's turn that to on. Cool. AC just kicked on. Shut that off. You can pair your device with this and do everything from your phone. You stand outside and run your slides in and out. Your temperature and your tanks. Now down here, 1 will be all of your lighting in the unit. 2 is outdoor lighting. 3 will turn them off in here. Another place to turn on the water pump, and another place to turn on your furnace and AC. Down here is another one of those Furrion Bluetooth speakers you can buy, and a 110. More storage. Coming around in your unit, I want to go to your island real quick. Down here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention it's 12 volt is it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down if you're not plugged in. Over here to the left of your island is your 110 with GFCI reset. Come into your kitchen here, we'll go to your Dometic fridge. Open this up. Turn it on up here in your freezer. Oh, you'll see it turn on up here. And you turn this to auto. Right now it's on LP. Auto means when you're plugged in, it's running off electric. As soon as you unplug, it's running off gas. Or you can switch strictly to LP. And then here's your temperature set. You can 1 through 5. Shut that off here. Self-explanatory microwave. Does have a nice vent with 3 levels. Or 2 levels, high and low, and a light. Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on panel light. Turn this to light. You see it go from blue to red. Hit your spark when your gas is turned on. You'll have your flame that has been tested. And you have an oven light too. Same thing. Turn it to light here. Hit your spark here. That will light your oven. Another 110 here. Up in this cabinet here is your Furrion sound system. Turn that on here. I don't know how well we'll pick anything up out here, but we will scan. See what we can do. Hold that down, it'll scan through channels. So you can play music indoors, outdoors, or both. Bluetooth, auxiliary, disc, AM, FM. Really nice sound system. That brings me to your television. Oh, I was looking for your remote. Here it is. Turn your TV on. Well, that's coming on. Let's talk about your fireplace.
History being made.
There you go. It's on. Not just for looks anymore. Yeah, you can come to the color here and change it and get it all kinds of pretty colors. But the biggest advantage of these, right now I have the heat on. I just cranked it up to high. So if it's chilly in the morning or evening and you want to warm it up in here, instead of using your gas, use their electricity, crank this heat up and it'll get it toasty in here in no time. Next to your dinette here is a 110 USB ports and 110. Lift your table off this, remove your legs, set it on here, remove your back cushions onto your table, and this becomes a big bed. Your recliners are what I like to call a parachute pull. Simply pull up on the handle, it becomes a recliner. You do have to use your feet to put them back down. Your lighting from over here. More 110s and USBs. Oh, your smoke alarm. Center of your living room. Coming into your bunk area. This is where your access panel to your fuse box and breaker box is. Looks like you got mostly 15s, a couple 30s, few 25s. Highly recommend you have a handful of fuses with you when you go camping. Your bunk area, pretty self-explanatory. This will lift up and lock in there. Turn your sofa into a bed. Move the Velcro cushions. I like to stand in the middle for this. Gives you better leverage. Grab your legs, pull them out to the side. Lay that down. Lay your back cushion forward. Turn on some lighting so you can see what that looks like. Just that quick, you're down to a bed. Reverse the process, put in the back. Just lift up on the back. Again, like to stand in the middle here. Lift this up and fold these legs in. Stagnate that back down. Return your cushions. And just that quick, you're back to a sofa. It's locked in. This is also prepped for TV back here. Here's your backer. 12 volt or 110 in cable. Coming up the hallway here. This little template here is for if you ever decide to get this completely wired for solar. That's for the techs to know where the wire system is. Coming into your bathroom, your lighting. You have a fan up here. Bedroom lighting. Another one of those temperature readers. See the AC is still running up here. You can go to the control panel and shut that back off. Television bracket, cable hookups, 12 volt, 110. Next to the bed, USB ports at 110. And then storage up underneath your bed. And there is your big RV griddle that goes outside. Sits on that big metal bar. So that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite to close this up. First thing I like to do is shut off all my main lighting. That way I can see all the individual lighting that I need to go through and shut off, because you want all the lights to your unit shut off. Fireplace, panel light, and these individual lights here in the bedroom. Let's shut these off on the way out. So let me shut that air off, got all the lights off, and we'll close the unit up. Alright, so now I've got all the lights shut off except for what I can control from here. You need to go through and make sure that everything's secure. Make sure your doors are closed. All these drawers over here are closed, nice and tight, snug, because they utilize every inch when bringing these slides in. Same thing in your bunk room. Make sure all your drawers are closed in here. Make sure all your doors, especially these sliding doors in here, are snapped back and secure, ready for travel. Now we'll start here in the living room. We'll go down here, we'll go through here until we find motors. Slide number 3, retract. See, it brings the bedroom slide in. Oh, excuse me, your living room slide. Gives you just enough room to get around this corner here. Once you hear that noise, don't panic when you hear that. That is just a slide mechanism keeping itself from coming in too far. We'll go to slide number 2. Retract. That's going to be your kitchen slide. Now repeat the process for your bunk slide, and we'll close the unit up. Alright, so when you exit, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. Simply lift your stairs up. You see they actually float in themselves. Close your exterior door, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle, and your door is secure. And if you come up here, turn this back on. Use your hitch height to put your unit on your truck. Once you're all hooked up, just hit retract all. Retract all is going to bring up all your stabilizing jacks. We're going to go to our low point drain. We're going to open up both of those. If we're using potable water, we're going to come back here to this low point drain, pull that, dump all that water. We're going to go to our hot water heater and pull up on this pressure release valve. That's going to release all the water out of there. Once you do, pull your drain plug. Careful, it is hot water. Put your door back on. Remember to close your hot water heater door. A lot of people do forget, believe it or not. Then head up to our dump station. At the dump station, you take this 10-foot hose that comes in your convenience pack. Hook it right up here to your dump. You're gonna come over here, you're gonna pull your black handle. Now that's gonna be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, again, take your water pressure regulator and hook up to our tank flush. With the hose at the dump station, turn that on for a good 5 minutes. What that's gonna do, it's gonna wash out your nasty black tank, get all that stuff out of there, shut off your hose, close your black handle, pull your first gray handle. Once that sounds like it's no longer draining, close that one and pull your other gray handle. Now these are going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's to clean your sewage hose out for you. Store that in a nice sanitary place and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for the purchase of your Eagle. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.